Hello, my name is Sasha Quince and I'm a yoga and wellness expert here in Abu Dhabi. And one very common misalignment I'm seeing amongst many of my students within my classes is in the Warrior Two side angle and triangle pose. So the standing poses that are taught a lot in yoga. The misalignment is to the spine and the back hip, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to make this video to educate not only my students who are signed up with me, but other people about the very important benefit of shifting this misalignment and finding your pelvis at center. So let's give it a go. If you have a wall near you, go ahead and take your back body against the wall. We'll take a nice long stance here. So the key element, which is bring both toes facing forward, nice neutral centered pelvis, which we always want to keep in our warrior poses. So one of the key misalignments is taking a short stance. You want to obviously start with a wide stance, but make sure your feet are nice and rooted. And then swivel whichever foot out to the side, so in my case my right foot, and bending the back knee. So we would think this is the Warrior Two pose. The misalignment that I'm seeing is the back hip. The back hip is closing more to a diagonal pelvis rather than an open pelvis at center. A diagonal pelvis is okay for a Warrior One pose, but for an open hip postures like Warrior Two, side angle, and triangle, it can actually be weakening the pose rather than strengthening the pose. So let's try to change that and shift that up a little bit. So this is the misalignment. I'm seeing a closed in back hip, which is not only pressurizing your knee, your ankle, but sending the pressure up into your SI joint and sacroiliac area, your sacrum spine. So you're compromising that whole back body. Now, in order to shift that, I'm gonna invite you to still keep the bend in the front knee, but bend your back knee too. Yeah, something really different there. Scoop your pelvis to center. So now when your pelvis is at center, you lock it there and work the leg positioning around that. So now with a pelvis at center, you might just need to keep the back knee bent the whole time to train your body to come back to this alignment. Or you can start to lengthen out the back leg, still pelvis is centered, front knee is still bent, scoop up through front spine, back spine, and elongate the arms forward into your final expression, Warrior Two. Now this translates with the back hip into side angle pose. So what I'm seeing is a closed back hip, inviting you to keep that open and pelvis neutral. And it also translates into a triangle pose as well. I often see this. I often see a closing back hip. So you want to keep the hip open. You want to keep the pelvis nice and neutral so you can gain the most powerful benefits out of the postures, making them stronger for you and not compromising your spine, not compromising your back leg, your knee health, and just keeping a really, really powerful posture. Thank you for joining me. And if you'd like more information about my schedule here in Abu Dhabi, go ahead and check out www.letsgoyogame.com. Namaste.